Valorant is a game that's being played around the clock, 24/7 each day of the week. Sometimes that's a bit hard to fathom, because who's gonna boot up a game at 5 AM in the morning? Not me or. But anyway, did you ever think about that each time of the week there are different types of players playing Valorant? And we're gonna talk about that today. What type of players would you find at different times in different days? And in the end we're gonna answer the ultimate question: at what time should you boot up your game to have the most pleasant gaming experience and the most chance to win your ranked games? And quickly before we start, we still didn't reach more subscribers than Little Love, and that can only mean one thing: cats are better than fishes. So in this video I'll show you a lot of cats. It's gonna be an interesting video, so sit back, relax and enjoy, my friends. Let's start with the typical morning, 7 AM till 10 AM. This is the time of day that most people will wake up. And I've noticed a big returning thing at this time slot: the skill difference of the players in these games are usually a bit higher than normal. Way more often I see some people popping off and other people just don't be able to make any kills. And I have a theory for this. In the mornings, players are usually very rusty. Their muscles aren't warm yet, their mind is usually still in dreamland, and some people don't eat breakfast immediately when they wake up, but instead the first thing they will do is hop behind their PC and boot up a game. And because of all of this, especially in the mornings, it's so important to do your warm-ups. But sadly, I can speak out personal experience. Me, myself and a lot of other players are way too lazy to do a warm-up. We want to hop into a game immediately. We will do a warm-up on lantern poles or something, and then after 5 rounds we realize, oh fuck, I'm getting wrecked. Oh, shit. So here's my tippy for everyone who wants to play in the morning. If you make sure you first eat your breakfast, then do a quick warm-up, you have such a big advantage over so many players, and then you'll probably be able to pop off a little bit better than the other players in your game. Let's move on, 10 AM till 4 PM. At this point of the day your muscles are a bit warm, you might already played a few games and you're getting in flow now. But who's playing on this time? If it's not weekend, all the kids are at school and the adults are working. So we're left with mainly young adults who have a bit too much time because they're in between semesters or something, and kids who are, start quote, sick, end quote. I'm looking at you, my friend. I know you called in sick at least once to just game the whole day. Most of us did that when we were childs. But honestly, from my experience, this is the most pleasant time to play Valorant. Not a lot of people are tilted or burnt out. I'll come to that later. It's usually just a healthy time to play Valorant. Let's go to the late afternoon / early evening, 4 PM till 8 PM. Oh no, the kids are out of school. Things gonna get very toxic.
Don't beat me, Jet! Oh my... It's impossible to bitch!
Nah, just kidding, of course, my friends. But this is usually the time that you will find the most amount of kids. And there's nothing bad with that. In fact, there's one thing you gotta know about these type of players. Their aim and reaction time is often so extremely good. If there's a kid in my team, usually he plays Jet and just goes 30 kills in one game. You gotta respect that. The only problem is that at this time of day you also find the most amount of AFKs. This has multiple reasons. First of all, it's peak time. So at this time of day the most amount of people are playing Valorant. So there's a bit more chance that the servers are getting overloaded. Or maybe you will get some internet problems because a lot of people are using the network. Or something that's probably very relatable for a lot of people out there: suddenly your parents say to you that you need to eat or maybe need to help with something, and they don't realize that you cannot pause your game, so suddenly you have to go AFK because real life is more important. A bit like this teammate of me.
My mom screamed in my ear, bro. He just screamed in my ear, come with me to work and something. Can I ask you something? Do you think you can get this like 30 minutes out of me? Because my mom is screaming so much.
But it's okay, in this game I just told him go AFK, because something you gotta realize: real life is always more important than just a video game. And for those who didn't see this game earlier in another video, we won the game in the end. Yo, well played! Let's move on, the evening, 8 PM till 12 AM. At this time you have 3 types of players. First, you have the young adults or adults who just want to chill out after a long day of work. These players are usually pretty chill. They just want to clear their minds by playing video games. Second type of players, the tryhards. These are the type of players that don't stop gaming until they win a game and get their promotion. Also pretty chill to play with. And then the third type of players. These players are usually pretty annoying, but at this time of day you have some players that are playing for the whole day and most of their games didn't really work out. They've mainly lost a lot of games, maybe even deranked multiple times, and because of this are very tilted. They probably have what we call in the Netherlands a kort lontje, aka a short fuse. There only needs to go one thing wrong and they will rage on you. Race, why you push? Sage, why you don't heal me? Ah, you're trolling, Omen, reported. Yep, my friends, out of my experience, at this time of day, there's a high chance that you will match with a lot of toxic players. That's why I personally don't like queuing at this time. At this time I'm usually editing, or I play other games with the boys like Valheim. Let's move on. Midnight, 12 AM until 5 AM in the morning. At this time in game, the least amount of players are online. But those who are online and are playing competitive are real gamers. Usually they don't are very tilted, because it's too late to tilt, my friends. Nobody's gonna be mad at you at 2 AM. In fact, at this time there are less people using their comms. And when people use their comms, they're more likely gonna whisper to you. Maybe someone else in the house is sleeping at that moment, so they don't want to make too much sound. You also have a whole different type of group that usually plays on the weekends, and those are kids that are organizing game nights. It's something that I did a lot back in the day with my friends. We just bought some cola and snacks, brought all our laptops to one house and gamed the whole night. It's a fun thing to do so now and then. Let's move on. 5 AM till 7 AM in the morning. If you are gaming at this time, what are you doing with your life? Nah, just kidding, of course. I also played at this time so now and then. Usually for a few reasons. The first one is that I just can't sleep. Maybe I got up early and I didn't feel like sleeping anymore. Then you have the Twitch streamers that are streaming way too long. That was also one of the reasons I personally played around this time. And a fun different group of people that you will find around this time are people that are living on the other side of the world but want to try out other Valorant servers. For example, if you live in America and you play around this time, then suddenly there's a chance that you will see a Dutch fish in your game. Would I recommend playing at this time of day? Absolutely not. Go to sleep, my friend. Don't game at this time. Next section, we have the weekends. The weekends is a special time of the week because everybody is free and has more time to game. But let's add one more type of player to this mix. During the weekends, you have a chance to play with people with an extreme hangover. I can speak out experience that if you have a hangover and you play the game, you're not gonna perform very well. I would not recommend to play competitive games at this point. Just go for some normal games or play another game. And this, my friends, this was the last group of people. To end this video, I just want to say it doesn't matter what time you are playing. Always try to stay positive, try to win those competitive games and have as much fun as possible. Bye bye.